Yo, what's going on, boys? It's Nickz here, and we're gonna be going over the new Rising Stars rerolls. Now we're gonna do 3 million training into it. Okay. The reason I'm gonna use all that training that was in my binder that I bought for very cheap is for a few reasons. One, I think that training, I don't think Easter promo is coming out this week. It's probably coming out next week. You'll still have Madden machines, Part 2 to pick up training. I just think that, you know, with this cheap training I bought, I should just use it on something while I have the chance because we might get scammed. I think I'm probably going to invest maybe only 1 million into Easter because they really could just nerf the packs. But we're going to do 3 million training into Rising Stars. We're going to see how these are. I've already done some. They're not bad. They don't seem bad, at least. As we start off with the 97 Asante Samuel. Let's go, boys. That's a W. Um, but at the end of this, I'll tell you guys if these rolls are worth it or not. Like, I don't know how many rolls we're doing here. Okay, we get a 96 Trevor Lawrence. So anything that's a 96 right now is a W, especially for what I bought my training for. I bought some of my training for 90K, 85K, 95K, and these are selling at minimum for like 110. So anything that's a 96 is a W. So far, we've gotten a Asante Samuel and 2 Trevor Lawrences. So far, we're off to a great start. I was thinking about doing the backup method while doing this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I just want to cash out with the training. Okay, Rashad Bateman, he's a good one to pull if you're pulling a 96. I mean, like, any 96 is good, but the best 96 is the pull is Rashad Bateman and Jalen Phillips. Those are the two you want to pull, and there's Jalen Phillips. So far, this has been really good. I mean, we're, 170, 180K through already? We're doing really good so far. Now, obviously, I know it might take a bit for all these cards to sell. Okay, we get 95 Javon Holland. Like, yeah, the 95s are L's, but if you bought your training, like, 85, 80,000, these aren't that bad L's if you're pulling a 95. At the end, I'm not going to add up my training total because, we're not going to make training back no matter how hard we try because you don't even break even on a 96. So, there's Rashad Bateman. You want to pull the good 96s like Rashad Bateman, Asante Samuel. Well, Asante Samuel's a 97, but Jalen Phillips. But, okay, Asante Samuel right there, boom. So we got 2 Asante Samuels so far. We got, we got a good amount of stuff so far. But yeah, I'm going to try and cash out with all my training, because I don't think Easter is going to live up to its hype. I don't think Easter rerolls are going to live up to its hype. Now, I think the eggs will live up to its hype, but, the rerolls I think are just going to be just like how we've had these rerolls. Okay, we pull 2 95s. If you pull like 3 95s in a row, what I recommend is probably just the back out, or you can roll through it if you want. But if I pull like 4 95s in a row, I'm definitely going to have to back out. Okay, we got 3 95s. I'm just going to scroll around here, go back and forth, and hopefully that refreshes something. Okay, we get another 95. Alright, let's back out completely of this menu. Because I don't want to pull too many 95s in a row. Otherwise, we're just going to go on a 95 streak. Now, also, when you're doing that, you could also switch it up and go to like or veterans and do a reroll there. I don't recommend doing that though. So back out. Hopefully, this refreshes it as we get a 96 Trey Lance. Now, Trey Lance, I think he's probably the worst one you can pull. Him or that freaking Barrowing dude, because the Barrowing dude, he's not even a bad one to pull. It's just the fact that he takes a little bit to sell. As we get another 95. So yeah, you're going to pull a lot of 95s, don't get me wrong, but you will have your streaks like I did at the beginning where you pulled 96s and 97s. I'm just curious to know how many Asante Samuels we're going to pull at the end of this. We got a Christian Fulton, that's the wrong cornerback. That is the wrong cornerback. Now you could also do the back out method with this, which is what I might just do. Boom, another Asante Samuel. Let's go, boys. We got 3 so far. So we got 3 Asante Samuels, which I think is really good so far. We're averaging 1 like every 300,000 training. So that's pretty good. 95. Yeah, these 95s definitely kill you. Like, I don't know why they made the training like so expensive on this. Maybe because they knew training was gonna dip. I have no clue. But you know, if this was like at least like 30,000 training, this pack would be just absolutely amazing. Training probably would be dead though, let's be honest, so. Okay, there's that freaking Baron Barrowing dude. Like he's a good one to pull because he's a 96, but at the same time he takes a little bit to sell. 95 Cole Kmet. I really don't want these 95s unless it's like Javon Holland or yeah, that's pretty much it. Because Cole Kmet takes a while to like all the other 95s take forever to sell, I think. Tommy Tremble, like bro, who was using these tight ends? Like I know Cole Kmet sells relatively like quick because Bears theme team and stuff, and he's probably like their only good tight end if I'm being honest on that team. Okay, there's Barrowing again. So I think after this roll we're going to be about 1 million training through, and so far I think we're doing pretty good. Despite, you know, us pulling a decent amount of 95s, we got like what, 3 97s, some 96s. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the back out method, and then we'll see at the end how many 96s we pull. I'll give you guys the percentages if I can of like pull rate. The pull rate of us pulling like 97s, 96s, and 95s from this pack, because this is a good sample size. 3 million is a great sample size when you're rolling like a pack like this. Did I just accidentally open something else? I have no clue. But yeah, I'm going to tell you guys that the Rising Star rerolls are good. So far, I think they're actually good. I think they're a lot better than the Veterans rerolls. The Veterans rerolls were not handing out 97s like this to me. Like, I literally pulled 197 from the Veterans rerolls last week. I only pulled 1 Wes Welker. That was it. This week so far, I've already pulled 3 97s, so I don't know what they did. I mean, you know, these are just like, if you want to think about it, these are just like the 94 plus rerolls when Trey Lance was they're the high card in here. It really is. But, you know, it's a lot more expensive in training. It's like if you don't pull a 96, you're just losing big. Because it's like if you bought your training at 90,000 coins and you sell the 94s at like 70k, so you're going to lose like, what, 27k still on the card? Or you lose 11,000 training, so I mean it's a pretty big L if you pull a 95. As long as you get some 97s in there, you should just be fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and cash out on my training because I don't know if training's gonna go up, down, and you know, like I said, we'll still have an opportunity to buy more for Madden machines this Friday. I mean, it's already cheap even today, but Madden Machine, like I guarantee you, Madden Machines Friday, it'll be probably the cheapest it's ever been. Because think of this, okay? So the Madden, we already had part 1 of Madden Machines, okay? And training got really cheap. Like honestly, the cheapest people were finding it was 75,000 coins, which is nearly 2 coins per training. And you could probably sit there and try sniping it and probably find it for 72,000 because the bots were posting it. Like there's little bots that'll post cards. People literally don't believe me that there's EA bots in this freaking game that, you know, when you post a card for 250, they almost snag it every time. Those are literally EA bots, pretty much, that are snagging those cards. If not, you're just really quick, I guess, but so far, we're about halfway done with our training. And so far from that first 1,000,000, I think we were doing pretty good. I just think we might have been pulling too many 95s here and there. Because we did go on a streak after we pulled like 96. Who was it? It was like 96. Trevor Lawrence, I think. I don't know. Or no, it was Jalen Phillips. I honestly can't wait for the Easter promo, though. I know I'm going to go big on it and try to get a bunch of eggs. Now, guys, if you're going in on the Easter promo, make sure to get small eggs and big eggs and every type of egg. But especially go out on the small eggs. The small eggs for, and the small presents for the past few years have been really, really good. Like, they've been really good. You've seen it with the small presents this year in Christmas. The small presents literally were like what? Like Team of the Week? Like, you were getting like 90 plus Team of the Week cards. I mean, it was crazy. Let me tell you that. But eggs this year, I think, obviously grand eggs are going to be good. I think there's going to be a full UL in one of the grand eggs. A full Ultimate Legend. I think that's pretty much a grand egg. I think in the big eggs they'll have like a 95 to 96 Ultimate Legend. Maybe a 95 plus. I don't think it'd be a 95 plus. I think it'd be like a 95, 96. I could also see a golden ticket maybe in a grand egg, which is what they did last year. And I actually had 2 golden ticket Clownies last year when he came out with eggs. He was like 700K. He was really expensive. And then there was the Super Bowl MVP. I think we can almost confirm he's going to be in eggs. So Cooper Kupp's going to be flying out of the damn eggs this year then. I mean, I'm just taking it off of predictions from last year. Last year we had Super Bowl MVP, so maybe this year we get Super Bowl MVP as well, which would be Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp, let me tell you, if he's one of the eggs this year, boy oh boy, you guys better be buying training when he first drops into those. Because a few hours after eggs open or hatch, training will go back up. I experienced it last year. I sold Tom Brady when he was really cheap, and then he ended up going like right up to 400K within like 30 minutes. The eggs hatching. Like, bro, the Super Bowl MVP, like, that's just really cheap training if you can get it. Like the 99s were selling for like 200 to 250,000 coins. I'm pretty sure I actually got a Tom Brady for like 180,000 coins, which is literally 100,000 training for a training ratio of 1.8. So I definitely do think that Easter eggs are going to be good again this year. I do not think the training rerolls that are going to come out are going to be good. Now, we've had methods in the past. We really have had methods in the past to make free cards. They're probably going to have them the same sets as always. They're going to be 98 Masters, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to be like exchange 3 96s or whatever or 3 or 4 96s for exchange 3 or 4 96s for the 98 Master, its power up, and freaking like 3 or 4 cards in exchange back for endcats. That's gonna be how it's gonna be. I do think though the Color Rush promo or whatever you want to call it. Did I just call it Color Rush? Is it the Easter promo is gonna be good for eggs, bad for rerolls. That's my prediction because we just haven't had good rerolls. I mean, the free agency rerolls were really good in the first 2 days. They dropped rerolls, and then EA was like, "Oh, they're freaking making millions off of this from just pulling a ton of LTDs," and they nerfed the odds, and yeah, just like that, they made them terrible. Yeah, let's just see how good we did on these rolls. How many more do we got left of these? We got like probably another like 15 of these. I only like slow rolled the first 1,000,000, and then I just been doing the backup method ever since. I know it's kind of boring to watch, but we don't have much left, so I'll get the results hopefully. I hope I can give you guys the percentages as well, how much we're freaking pulling, because I don't know how many packs we just pulled. I don't know how many we just pulled. I think we started with like 3,087,000 training or something. Which we could have gotten a lot more if I wasn't dumb and spent coins on coin packs. Now, I won't even lie, I literally did pull my first Rainbow LTD. Well, not my first Rainbow LTD, but my first freaking Rainbow LTD in probably forever. It's been since that freaking Kendall Fuller limited time Rainbow LTD. Out of a normal pack, if you're not including Christmas, where I finally pulled a Rainbow LTD. And of course, it was the worst week to pull one. It really was the worst week to pull one, too. It could have been last week when frickin' Kadarius Toney was like 1,000,000 something. But I pulled Desmond King out of a frickin' Get a Gold, which was insane. I honestly literally sat there with my jaw dropped open for at least like 2 minutes. I was literally so shocked on what I just pulled. I wasn't even freaking out. I was like, bro. And just... I was literally shocked. Yeah, we don't have many of these left now. We have, what, like... We have, like, 5 more of these to go. And then I'll show you guys the results. I think these might have paid out. But who knows? You do pull a lot of 95s when you do these. These did, like the 94 plus reroll we had was just perfect in my opinion, because literally you could pull 95s in the 96. Like, the veterans and the rising stars made me so many coins when they had the 94 plus reroll and they came out with Trey Lance and Casey Hayward. Especially the veterans, man, that, holy crap. Casey Hayward was just flying out of packs for me, and the dude was like 300k. Bless me. Alright, let's go see what our results are. See if we rolled any good. I think we probably rolled okay. I don't think we probably rolled terrible. I don't think we rolled them spectacular. Man, I can see already all those Asante Samuels we pulled. Holy crap. I don't even think that's all of them either. Okay, we had, what, 83 of these? So we pulled 7 Asante Samuels, which is pretty good. We rolled, what, 3 million training? Looks like we pulled a decent amount of 96s. That's actually a good amount of 96s. Honestly, that's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. That's actually pretty good. That is actually, dude, that's more, so we pulled what? Wait, hold on. What did I say this was, 43? So, 50 out of the 83 packs, we pulled a 96 or above. So we pulled more 96s and 97s than we did 95s, which is actually really, really good. So that means we're left with 33 95s. So we rolled 83 packs. So here are the odds. The odds of you pulling a 95, you have a 39% chance at pulling a 95. You have a 39% chance of pulling a 95, okay? That's really pretty good, honestly. 96s. You have a 51% chance at pulling a 96. So, more than half of your packs are going to be a 96. And then your odds of pulling a 97. Your odds of pulling a 97 is at 8.4% chance. So I guess honestly the 97 odds isn't too bad. An 8% chance for a 97 is not bad, I don't think. I don't think it's great, but you know, if more than half your packs are a gain, this is a W. This is actually a W. This is a W on paper. You know, we pulled 50 out of the 83 packs were W's, while the other 33 were L's. So we have more W's than L's. So, let's do the math here. So, okay, these are selling probably for 70K on average. So if I were to sell each one of these, 95 for 70,000, we would make back 2.3 million. Oh, actually, I forgot to take off tax, but we'll do that at the end. We pulled what, 43 96s on average. Let's say we sold all these for 110. Hold on. Alright, hold on. And we pulled what, 797s? How much does he even go for? 170? Let's say 160, but so after tax, we would make back 7,344,000 coins off all of this. So how much train did I buy? 3 million? Was it, did I buy? Okay. We bought it for what, like 2.5 coins per ish? 2.3 to 2.4. We'll say 2.5 though, on average. Let's see here. Okay, so what we bought our train for, we would actually make coins. Very surprisingly, we would actually make coins. So we did make coins on this roll. Now, am I going to get back up to that 10 million mark? I don't even think so. But you know, like, we could also see how much train we got back too. Just, you know, to be curious. Even though I know we're not going to make anything back. But you could, I mean, you could just see what we're getting back. So we get 2.82 back. So we lose like what, 200,000? Okay, so Rising Star rerolls. Do I think they're worth it? Yes and no. I think they're good, but if you might be trying to make coins off these, I might say no to that because, you know, I kind of got lucky on this roll making coins. just because I bought my training for really cheap. That's the only reason I made coins off of this, is because of how cheap I bought my training for. And if we did lose, I don't think we lost much. But I think I bought most of my training at 2.3. So let's say I bought all that at 2.3. So we would be making. So if we bought all our training for 2.3, what would we make? We'd be making like 400,000 coins off of this. This might take a little bit to sell, because I know some of the cards will probably take a little bit to sell. Yeah, let's just go up and sell. And I know for a fact, on average, all these cards do not sell for 110 before tax. Like, I'm pretty sure Rashad Bateman and Jalen Phillips are like 120. So those guys sell for even more. Did somebody seriously just sell one of these for freaking 124,000 coins? Somebody kind of got a steal in training, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm gonna put all these up. Hopefully these all sell. Now also, if I wanted to, there's another thing I could do. I could just quick sell every 95 here and just keep it for just trading. Just keep it for Easter. So we'd be getting back 830,000 training. I wouldn't say necessarily for free, but we're already making what, like 4 million back off of 4.4 million, 4.3 million back off of 96s, and then those are like, that's like another million, so we'd be making 5.3. So we'd be at like 7 million, but have 800k training. I don't think I'm gonna hang on to him though, because Mad Machines Part 2 will make training cheap again, so there's just no point. Yeah, I don't despise these Wildcard Wednesday rerolls. I just feel like you have to buy training cheap enough for them to be good. Like, if you were to get your training around 2, like, if you got your training at 2 this past weekend for Mad Machines, because there was a day where, like, they were selling for, like, 75,000 coins or something. So if you were to get it for, like, 2 coins per or something like that, I mean, we would have made, what, like a 1.4 million off of this? So doing these rerolls really just depends on how much, training. I should have went by notice and see how we rolled. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So we got like some 95s, 95. Or we got Asante Samuel, 90, 96, 96, 97, 96, 96, 95, 96, 95, 96, 95, 96, 96, 96, 96. Dude, literally 6 96s in a row. Then 2 95s. Then 2 96s, then a 95, then 2 96s, then a 97, then a 96, then a 96, 95, 96, 3 96s. We rolled pretty good. But it all just really comes down to how cheap you're buying training for. Um, let's go see what the market's doing right now. Because I might do a little bit of a coin making method here. Unfiltered, these are selling for 1,400. Okay, I was just trying to see if the... Okay, so you could probably sell these for like 100. But yeah, the method I was doing last night was working real well. I was buying these 96s at 85 because they were at that price last night. They were at 85K and I was selling them back for 103, making like what, 7K, 8K off of each card. It was pretty good. But yeah, let's just check out the market, see what's going on, with like these 92s. Okay, I was thinking about lazy selling these. These are definitely not worth lazy selling because there's not really too much content out to be doing something with. Let's see, we also got, let's check Ultimate Legend 98s. Let me check these out real quick. Jesus, Ozzie Newsome's really cheap, but that's no surprise, I don't think, to anyone. What's Randy Moss's price? 480,000? Yeah, that's not good enough, though. That just isn't good enough. Let's also check out the 97 combines, because I have a little method in there. If they're cheap, or if they're actually expensive enough. Let's go 97 combine. Combine. Okay, so yeah, these aren't expensive enough. Otherwise, I was gonna give away the sauce, but they're too expensive on PlayStation, or they're too cheap on PlayStation. Alright, yeah, let's just, let's... See, like, Rashad Bateman. I was averaging these at 110. Rashad Bateman's selling for 130. So he's one of the best ones you can pull. I don't know how many Rashad Batemans we pulled, but I know we pulled a good amount of him. Let's go Rising Stars, and then let's go by team. Let's go by like Ravens, or actually let's go by Dolphins. We pulled 12 Dolphins, so we pulled Javon Holland and Jalen Phillips combined. Obviously, we pulled more Javon Holland, but we pulled 5 Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips is 125. Still a really good price. So yeah, like I was averaging most of these out before tax at 110. Like there's some, yeah, obviously that sell at 110. Like Trevor Lawrence, I think, is close to 110, but Trey Lance, I think, is 110. I'm pretty sure he's 110. But yeah, like Jalen Phillips, he's 125, so that's an extra 15K you could add on to every single one of these. So honestly, I think I did make coins off of this, which is really good, so. I just gotta find a way we can, keep making coins. Because doing this ain't gonna make me probably a whole ton of coins. Let's be honest. You kinda gotta get lucky with it. I was gonna do the Ultimate Legend method, the Team of the Weeks, and that method, I mean, it looks okay, but I don't think it's worth it. There's just not really a whole lot of ways you can be making coins right now by playing the freaking game. Honestly, your best way of probably making coins right now is probably playing head-to-head, to be honest with you. I also heard that Draft Champions is a decent way of making you coins, but personally, I haven't played MUT Draft in so freaking long now. I don't even think I've even touched it this year. Okay, let's go back to, okay, Ravens. Yep, we pulled 12 Rashad Batemans. So that's an extra 20,000 coins on every single one of these cards. See, I averaged these cards at what did I say, 110? So an extra 20K in all these cards. It's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 200, 240 extra thousand coins off of these cards. So honestly, we pretty much made coins off of this. Because we didn't pull, I gave you guys the percentages already. We pulled a 95 at 39% of the time we were pulling 95s. 96s we were pulling 51% of the time. And 97s we were pulling 8% of the time. But let's check Broncos. This Baron Browning dude. I mean, let's check him. Okay, yeah, he's 115. So he's 5 extra K than what I was even averaging him out. And we pulled, what, 10 of them? So that's an extra 50K off of him. So far, what, we're getting an extra 300K. Okay, let me actually do some quick math here. So this was an extra 50K. I said Rashad Bateman was an extra, what, 240? 240,000 from Rashad Bateman. Jalen Phillips, I think, was an extra 15K, and I pulled 5 of them. So that's an extra 75K. And then you got the Niners, which I'm pretty sure Trey Lance is the only one that's 110. Okay, even Trey Lance is 115. So, and I pulled 8 of him. So that's an extra 40K, if my math is correct. Yeah, Trey Lance is an extra 40K. And then you go check somebody like Trevor Lawrence. Jaguars. I pulled 9 of him. He's probably in that 115 range as well. Yeah, 115. So he's an extra 45K. So, gosh, why do I keep putting him up for one? Hold on. So, we made an extra 450,000 coins, and we were at 7.3 million after tax before. You add this on, and just like that, we made ourselves probably 300 to 400,000 coins if we bought our training at 2.5. And if you bought it at 2.3, you're gonna make probably like what, like close to 1,000,000 coins. So yeah, maybe Rising Star Rerolls are the move. Maybe they are actually good. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're good. I don't know. We might have to do more of these, honestly, to experiment with them. Because all the cards aren't even selling for 110, and I was putting in them at that average. What's the most profitable, efficient way of making coins? I just opened my freaking chats. I didn't even realize. Honestly, it really just depends on how many coins you have. But, I mean, playing head-to-head seasons is probably the most efficient right now, if I'm being honest. There's not really too many ways to making coins right now. I mean, I can't even find a way really to make coins right now. I mean, this is making me coins, but then again, it is really risky to be doing this. Dang, people are even selling him at freaking what? Like 124? Holy cow, we could literally sell him at that price. Like, we literally could. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So yeah, maybe these are actually the move. Maybe these are the move. Because these are a lot better than the Veterans Rerolls. Veterans Rerolls last week, I did roll a decent amount in the Veterans, and I literally only pulled 197. It was pretty sad. But yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is selling for... I mean, people are selling him for 120, I'm guessing, from lazy selling. Gee, that's really darn good. Wow. I just realized I don't even have to sell these. Like, bro, I put these 95s in for 70k. So I was at like around 450,000. I pulled 8 of this dude, so we're making an extra 3,000 each single one of these. That's another 24,000. And then go to like the Bears who have Cole Kmet. I put in all the 95s at 70k before tax. Okay, he's actually 70k though. Cole Kmet's actually 70k, so that's fine. I already did the Broncos. Let's do Javon Holland. See how much he's selling for. Okay, 73,000 coins. So, yet again, Javon Holland is another. I don't know. How many did we pull of Javon Holland? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's an extra 21,000. We pulled Panthers and then Titans. Tommy Tremble. Okay, yeah, he's 70. He's pretty much 70k as well. Even though his median price does say, so he's a little bit under that 70k mark. And then you got Titans, and Christian Fulton should be cheap as well. I don't see why he'd be expensive. I only pulled 3 of him, which I think is honestly kind of a W. Selling it 74? Okay, I mean, we'll take an extra, like, what, 9K? So boom, just like that, an extra 500K added onto our total from 7.3, bringing that up all the way up to 7.8 now, which would put us at pretty much 10 million again. But yes, it will take a little bit of patience for all this stuff to sell. Just keep that in mind. You gotta have a little bit of patience for this stuff to sell. Let's go back to Ravens. Yeah, Rashad Bateman, he's 130. I mean, that's really good. That is really good. So if you're gonna want to pull 196, it's gonna be Rashad Bateman. Honestly, you could probably buy training for what it is right now. Try and buy 96s at 90K. Roll this. Like, you figure I'll be at what, like 10 million, 10 milli? 10 milli or so? Alright, I might do this again, knowing that I could lose, a good amount of coin, but we're going to do it again, I think, once we sell all this stuff off. And, this wasn't, like, a ton of training. We made, what, 7.8 million or something off of this? 7.8 million? So if we would have been rolling with the max amount of training I could have had, which would have been about 4 million, we would have had an extra million to roll with. So, I don't know. May or may not do this again. Okay, I reached the freaking limit capacity. Anyway, boys, that's it. I'm done with the stream. Talk to you later. Peace out.